Welcome back to Copper Star Precision, the channel dedicated to getting you more points at your competitive shooting matches. Today we're going over the August course of fire for the NRL22 match. This is stage 4 in the booklet called Rung Out, 122nd par time and a round count of 10. We have a 3-inch target at 100 yards. The target size in mils is 0.83 mils. If you want to know how I calculate those, I have other videos on my channel. And at 100 yards, wind is definitely going to play a factor, so knowing how much leeway you have on either side of the target is good to have in your wind calls, and I have a video explaining why you might do those kind of conversions to mils on the channel, so please go check that out if you have questions about that. My dope for 100 yards is 1.8 with my rifle, and essentially the strategy here is pretty simple. It's one target, so we're just going to dial, in my case, 1.8, set parallax for 100 yards, and build good positions quickly, because during this course description we have a lot of movement going on. It says on the start signal the shooter will engage a target with one shot from each ladder rung, hit or miss, move on. The shooter will start from the highest ladder rung they can safely reach and work their way down, up, and back down again without skipping for 10 shots or until time expires. So it's a lot of movement. It's about building positions quickly, and hopefully everyone has a ladder, set it up in your garage and just practice moving between position and position. I'm going to go out on the range. I'm going to show you how I practice and different things that I look for when I approach a stage like this. So let's head out to the range and talk about some strategy. We're at the range and it's stage 4 of the August 2022 NRL22 course of fire. The stage called Rung Out. Single target, so we only have to dial and set parallax for one target, which is great because we're going to be doing a lot of movement on the ladder. We're going to start from the highest ladder rung we can reach, go all the way down, all the way up, all the way down until 10 rounds have expired. Strategy for the stage is just move fast, but build good, stable positions. Some gear that helps with this stage, something like this gray ops plate with a bag underneath. Really helps. Pretty stable here. Locking the legs at this ladder position. I can probably reach the top ladder position. Yeah. So I'd have to start here. Full standing. Engage, and then sort of pick the whole rifle up, out and in. For me, for this height, I can also stand on this one. Again, out and in, clearing the barrel. Here, I can either stand or I can probably, I can also kneel. Engage, out and in, still kneeling. Engage, out and in. Here, let's see, I have to back up. It'd be probably difficult to kneel unless I had with a rear bag like this. I can still kneel, which is probably important, so I don't have to go prone on the smallest ladder. So this is the thing I want to emphasize. Most people have a ladder. These cheap aluminum ladders, a 6-foot ladder is not very expensive. This prop comes up in so many matches. You really owe it to yourself to get one to practice on. So just going in, knowing that for these top 2 rungs I'm standing, and then for the bottom 3 I can kneel, but I need a rear bag for the last rung just to save time so I don't have to go prone. Having that knowledge in advance of the match is invaluable, because then you don't have to think about it. You don't think, am I, like, you saw me on the 3rd rung here, right? I could stand and do one of my Jean-Claude Van Damme splits, but actually kneeling was more comfortable. So I know that going in. So I know that kneeling is more comfortable here. So it's going to be standing, standing, kneeling, 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 and then work my way back up the ladder. So knowing that in advance is super helpful. Having this gray ops, they call it the cheater plate, cheater bag, because it's attached to the rifle. It makes moving things as one, so I don't have to move a bag and the rifle independently. I've also seen actually great success with no bags on ladder stages. So I can get this off, I will show you what that might look like. I've seen some people have success at my club doing this, and I never really thought about it. But because this is relatively flat, and if hopefully you have some sort of arc rail or flat forend to your rifle, you can simply just put the rifle down and squish the objective bell against here, and putting your hand over the scope, kind of pulling the rifle into the side. Now you might scratch your scope up, but you can put some
gaffer's tape if you're really worried about messing up your scope. Simply by putting your hand over the scope like this, pulling the rifle, this is actually extremely stable, which is very surprising, you know. And here I'd be standing, legs locked, just using the side of the ladder. And if you're left-handed, of course, you go the other direction, like so. But just having the rifle engaged on two surfaces, pretty stable there. And then, you know, then we go down, same thing, super stable. So you don't need a bag. I like having the bag. I think it gives a little bit more, this can be a little rigid, but if you practice it enough, you will, you'll figure it out what works for you. So as you can see, I scratched up my scope, so I probably should put some tape on there, but just another way you can attack the stage. It's really going to be about getting on target quickly. And getting on target quickly means, you know, when you're in a position, the gun is at the target, you're looking at the target, you're looking at your turrets, you're in your eyepiece, and you're there. So hopefully that gives you some ideas on how to approach this stage. It's about being fast but efficient and still making good hits. So I hope that helped. If it did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to this video. Lots more videos coming soon. And until then, score more points.